Morning, boys. We will continue the exercise number 6.4. So, in 6.4, it is mainly used for partial derivatives. I explained already in the previous class what is total differentiation and partial differentiation. Partial differentiation, you have to differentiate only the particular variable, even that variable, two variables comes under factor format. Clear? So, partial derivatives is to differentiate only the particular variable, though the two variables comes under factor format, that is product form or division format. Clear? So, we have the basic, one important formula in partial derivatives is Euler's theorem, that is called Euler's theorem. Euler's theorem. So, what is the formula to find Euler's theorem? X into dou f by dou x plus y into dou f by dou y is equal to nf. So, this is the Euler's theorem formula. X into dou f by dou x plus y into dou f by dou y is equal to n into f. Here n is the degree of the function. N is the degree of the given function f. Clear? So, there are two ways there, verify the Euler's theorem and using the Euler's theorem. So, that there are two different concepts under the Euler's theorem, verify the Euler's theorem or using the Euler's theorem. Now, we have, based on the two concepts, we have each one problems based on the concept, that is verify the Euler's theorem and using the Euler's theorem. Clear? We have some examples also, but I will tell you how to do that. The examples problem also explain now, because that is very important concept. This is very important concept. Based on these concepts, you may have a questions. So, this is the Euler's theorem. N is the degree. Clear? So, this you can apply only for homogeneous function. This Euler's theorem is applicable only for homogeneous equations. Sir, what is mean by homogeneous equation? A function doesn't consisting the transcurrent, that you studied already in the previous chapters, that is sine, cos, log, e and inverse functions, sine inverse, cos inverse, tan inverse. So, any function, the variable are in terms of this trigonometrical ratio, exponential format, logarithmic format, those type of functions are called non-homogeneous. Suppose if I am defining tan inverse, that is f is equal to tan inverse x square plus y square by x minus y. This is non-homogeneous function. You cannot apply the Euler's theorem for these type of functions. Clear? So, but if it is given, you have to apply it. That I will tell you how to do it. Clear? Understand, not understand? The function should not be consisting the ratio and its inverse function, like log e is the same one, logarithm of x cube plus y cube by x square plus y square. This is also not homogeneous function. Clear? These are all called non-homogeneous function. For non-homogeneous function, you cannot apply that Euler's theorem. If the non-homogeneous equation is given in the question, you convert into the homogeneous function by applying some basic properties which is relevant to the given question. Clear? If it is given, non-homogeneous function is given in the question, you have to convert that non-homogeneous function into homogeneous function by applying some basic concept under the mathematics rule. Convert the non-homogeneous into homogeneous function, then you can apply Euler's theorem. Are you clear now? So, by using the Euler's theorem, you please convert the non-homogeneous function into homogeneous function. Verify you can use, as usual you can do it, verifications. Nothing wrong. Clear? Now, you will go to the sum number 4. Up to the sum number 3 we completed in the previous class. Now, you will go to sum number 4. Sum number 4. Verify the Euler's theorem. X cube plus y cube plus 3x square 3x y square. Now you have to verify the result. I told you already there are two concepts under the Euler's theorem. Using the Euler's theorem, verify the Euler's theorem. For using the Euler's theorem, the function should be always homogeneous function. If it is non-homogeneous function, you have to bring it into homogeneous function and you can proceed. In the case of using the Euler's theorem, here they are asking the verify the Euler's theorem. This is the formula. In this formula, you should know what is n. So what is n? N is the degree of the given function. What is the power of x? 3. What is the power of y? 3. What is the power of x? 1. If it is under multiplication, you can add the power 1 plus 2, 3. So n is equal to 3. So degree of the function is what? 3. I found what is n. Next you have to find out, this is for verifying, not for using. For using, we have another method. Clear? It is you are verifying the function whether it is satisfy the Euler's theorem or not. So verify is totally different from the using the Euler's theorem. This question stands for verify. In the case of verify, you have to find out dou f by dou x. In the place of f, it is given u. So dou u by dou x. Differentiate partially with respect to x. 3x square. This will become 0 because there is no x. Here x is there. When you differentiate x alone, x will become 1. So 3y square. So answer is 3x square plus 3y square. Multiply this derivatives with what? X variable. So dou u by dou x. When you multiply, you will get 3x cube, 3x y square. Now you have to differentiate. See the next one, dou f by dou y. Differentiate the function u partially with respect to which variable? Y variable. So 3y square. When you differentiate, this will become 2 3s are 6 y. Now you have to multiply this by which variable? Y variable. So dou u by dou y is equal to 3y cube plus 6y square. Now you can add, this is equation number 2 and this is equation number 1. 1 plus 2 which will give you x dou u by dou x, y dou u by dou y is equal to, what is that? 3x cube y cube 6x y square. 3x cube 3y cube plus 9x y square. Take 3 outside. You will get x cube plus y cube plus 3x y square. So this is nothing but 3u. Hence the proof. We verified. See, n into f, the same function is coming here. So hence it is verified. First you find dou whatever it is given, dou u or dou z, find out. Find the partial derivatives with respect to x. Then you multiply this answer by x. Then you differentiate the same function partially with respect to y. Multiply with y, then add both according to the conditions. I got 3u. So what is that n? N is 3u. See 3. 3 into the function given question. So if you proved, it is verified. Clear? But using, that is different concept. That is sum number 5. You will see the sum number 5. But this is very important concept. The same concept that you are going to use in 6.5. In 6.3, I told you the question number 6.2, question number 13, I said I made one mistake. Clear? So we will see how many of you are going to phone me to ask what is the where is the mistakes. I am waiting for your calls. Now question number 5, using the Euler's theorem is very simple. Using the Euler's theorem, it is very, very simple. That is not so difficulty than the verify the result. Verify the result, you have to do some steps. But using the Euler's theorem, it is very, very simple. So first you have to find out, check whether the question is x square, y cube, cos x by y. So it is just you have to check whether it is homogeneous, non-homogeneous. It is a homogeneous because there is no ratio, but ratio is there, but it's inside. After that variable you have cos. Clear? If it is cos inverse or sin inverse, tan inverse or log of e power. So if the question in the function is in terms of cos inverse, log e or any ratio format, then it is called non-homogeneous function. But here cos is inside after the variable, therefore it is homogeneous function. For homogeneous function you can apply the rule, that is first you have to find degree by replacing x is equal to tx and y is equal to ty. So u is equal to x is replaced by tx, that is t square x square, this is t cube y cube cos of tx ty. Clear? So now tt get cancelled, but what is the power of t here? T power 5 x square y cube cos x by y. So this is nothing but what? U. So t power 5 u. So what is the degree? Degree is 5. But actually these many steps are not required, but this is a procedure. But even if you don't write this one, if you replace straight away x by tx, y equal to ty, just you have to add the power of x and y. When you add the power of x and y, you will get what? 0. So when you add the power of x and y, you will get how much? 5. So you can write directly n is equal to 5 instead of substituting and simplify. Not necessary. Just you have to write x is equal to tx, y is equal to ty. The next step immediately you can write n equal to 5. They will give marks. Clear? Just I am explaining how to get this answer. So better if you replace, you can write straight away the answer n equal to 5 by stating that x is equal to tx, y is equal to ty. This never doesn't carry marks. These two only is very important. Clear? So you can easily identify the answer x power 2, y power 3. Add, you will get 5. Clear? To know the degree, you have to substitute in the place of x equal to tx and y equal to ty. Here tt get cancelled, there is no x power 1, y power 1. When you subtract, you will get 0. Under the division, you have to subtract the power. So now you have to using the Euler's theorem. Now you have to say that u is a homogeneous function of degree 5. That's all. Formula you have to write. General formula dou f dou y, that is f n into f. Just all. In the place of f, what is given here? U. So answer is over. Dou u by dou x plus dou u by dou y is equal to 5u. That's all. Answer proof. This is using the Euler's theorem. For using the Euler's theorem, very simple. Clear? Now I will explain some problems. It is not given in the exercise, but you have to keep it in your mind how to prove that one. Clear? So that is, it is not given. So for example, u is equal to tan inverse x cube plus y cube by x minus y. By using the Euler's, prove that they will give some conditions. Clear? But I will explain how to execute. This is not a homogeneous equation because it is given tan inverse. Transfer tan inverse. Tan u is equal to x cube plus y cube by x minus y. You consider this tan u as f. F is equal to x cube plus y cube minus by x minus y. Now you see, this is homogeneous equation. Very simple. Then how do you find out the degree? What is the power of x here? 3. What is the power of x over here? 1. So 3 minus 1, 2. So degree is how much? 2. So write down the formula, dou, general formula, dou f by dou x plus y into dou f by dou y is equal to n into f. Just to replace n by 2. But in the place of f, we have to replace what? Tan inverse, because we are considering that tan u as what? F. So in the place of f, you have to replace tan u. X into tan u, dou x, dou tan u by dou y 2 into tan u. Now you know how to differentiate. Tan u, differentiation of tan u is what secant square u, and you simplify, you will get answer. Similarly for, if it is given some function u in terms of log, I am taking the same function, x cube plus y cube by x minus y. So how do you find degree? You have to replace n is equal t equal to x is equal to tx, y is equal to ty. But actually you can write straight away like this. X is equal to tx, y equal to ty. So what is the power of x? 3. What is the power of x? 1. So 3 minus 1 how much? 2. So again this is not homogeneous function, but you convert into homogeneous function. How do you convert? You know the basic property. If log and exponential form are reciprocal to each other, to eliminate log you suppose to take e on both sides. If I am taking exponential format on both sides, then I can easily eliminate logarithm. Then e power u is equal to x power 3 plus y power 3 minus x. See that, do you have any function trigonometrical ratio logarithm exponential form on the right side? No. If there is a logarithm trigonometry exponential form on the right side, that is not a non-homogeneous function. You have to bring it into homogeneous function by taking like basic, using the basic mathematical rule. Log is given, so I am taking e on both sides. Then e is given, you have to take log on both sides. Now you can consider this is what? F. As usual. As usual method you have to substitute in the place of f, you have to replace e power u and differentiate, you will get answer. If it is given e power x cube plus y cube by x plus x minus y, then you have to take log on both sides. When you take log on both sides, so this will become x cube plus y cube by x minus log and e get cancel. You will get this alone. Again the as usual method. Clear? This is not given in the textbook, just I am explaining you how when the inverse, not only for tan inverse, even if it is given sin inverse, cos inverse, cot inverse, same process. For logarithm you take e. If it is given e, you have to take log on both sides. Then you are, this is not sum, it's over. You have to differentiate and write on the answer. Clear? If you don't know, then next step you can write what is given in the question as it is, they will give marks. Clear? So this is not there in the textbook, just it is given in the last, the previous year textbook, that is old version consisting all these type of problems, but in this new version it is not given. So just for your understanding purpose, I worked out these type of problems. Clear? Now we will go to that application of the partial derivatives. Exercise number 6.5. Question number 1. It will be all very simple. So you find the marginal. What is mean by marginal? Differentiate. Marginal means what? The word marginal stands for differentiate. Marginal productivity of capital K and labor L. So marginal productivity, that is partial differentiation. Differentiate partially with respect to K and L. In the previous exercise we learnt about the partially differentiate the function with respect to x variable and y variable. Here you can find partial derivatives with respect to k and l. Instead of x and y, it is given k and l. That's all. So p is equal to, very simple, 8l minus 2k plus 3k square minus 2l square plus 7kl. Some values are given, doesn't matter, that we'll see. First you differentiate with respect to labor or capital K, your wish, dou P by dou L. Wherever L you can differentiate, like x variable. There is no L, 0. Here no L, 0. L is there, that is L square, 4L. L, when you differentiate L alone, L will become how much? 1. So 7k. Now in the place of L by 1, k by 3. So what will be the answer? 8 minus 4 of 1 plus 7 of 3. Answer 8 minus 4 plus 21. So simplify, you will get answer. Similarly, you have to find out dou P by dou K. So this is 0. k is there minus 2, this is plus 6k, no k, here k is there. When you differentiate k, k will become 1, k will become 1, so therefore you get 7L. Again you have to replace in the place of L by 1, k by 3, that is minus 2, 6 of 3 plus 7 of 1. Simplify, you will get answer. Simplify and write yourself. Clear? Then sum number 2, the same concept except the sum number 5 and 6. Everything will be same. You will get 1 5-mark questions from this exercise. You please make it thorough, work it out, including the examples. Sum number 2, P is given 4LK minus L square plus K square. Prove that L dou P by dou L plus K dou P by dou K is equal to 2P. You are asked to show that the result, like Euler's theorem. Clear? Now dou P by dou L, you have to find out dou P by dou L, dou P by dou L. So L will become 1, so 4K, here minus 2L, that is 0. You multiply this answer by what? L. So L dou P by dou L is equal to 4KL minus 2L square. Next you have to find out dou P by dou K. K is there. When you differentiate K, K will become 1. So we will get 4L. There is no K, 0. Here 2K. So just you have to multiply this by what? K. 4LK plus 2K. Equation number 1, equation number 2. So 1 plus 2. That only they are asked to prove that, isn't it? You have to add both L dou P by dou L plus K dou P by dou K. So add 4KL minus 2L square plus 4LK plus 2K square. Just you have to add these two, 8KL minus 2L square plus 2K square. Take 2 outside, that is 4KL minus L square plus K square. What is this? This is nothing but 2. So hence proof. That's all over. Clear? This is very simple. Just you have to differentiate, add, simplify, prove that result. I proved. Clear? So very simple to prove this concept. The next sum number 3. So sum number 3 is just like the same model that you taken as homework. Now we'll go to sum number 4. Sum number 3 is homework. Clear? Sum number 3. Homework. So sum number 4, for protection, instead of given the number, it is given as decimal. So sometimes you may have in the fractional format also. Power can come in terms of fractional form. Doesn't matter, even if it is given decimal or whatever it is, you have to proceed. Now find the marginal productivities, that is dou P by dou L. 3 into differentiate with respect to L, power of L is 0.4. So L power 0.4 minus 1. Then keep the K term as it is, 0.6. That is 1.2 L power minus 0.6 K power. So you can rewrite like 0. So L, so you can write K by L power 0.6. Similarly, you have to find out dou P by dou K is equal to 3L power 0.4. It comes as a multiplier, that is K power I am writing straight away 0 minus 0.4. So when you subtract minus, you will get 0 minus 0.4. So 3.3 into 0.6, that is 1.8. So you can write L by K straight away like this format. Clear, I can bring this to denominator because the power of K is negative. When you convert the power of the K is negative positive, then you have to bring it into the denominator. Now what is L and K? L and K is given very simply 1.2. The L value is 10, 0.6. 1.2, 0.6 power 0.6. Value for 0.6 to the power 0.6 is given. So just you have to multiply the given values. Already is given in the question itself. 0.736. You will get answer. Similarly here 1.8. L is 10. This is 6. 0.4. So answer is given very clearly 1.67. When you divide this one, you will get 1.67 power 0.4, 1.8, 1.6 power 0 powers. The value of this one is given 1.22, that is 2267. So multiply, you will get answer. Clear. Just you have to reduce 1 in the power. Be careful of subtracting 1. So don't take it as plus 0.6. So 0.4 minus 1, 0.6. That is clearly here 0.6 minus 1 minus 0.4. So just here the values are given already in the book itself. Just substitute, you will get answer. Multiply and write, you will get answer. Now we will go to sum number 5. Sum number 5 and 6 are very important. That is 5 mark questions. Only do 2 problems are there. 1 examples are there in the text. That is example number 6.43. So if you study these 3, you will get 1 5 mark questions. Clear. Now question number 5. Q is equal to 13 minus 2P1 minus 3P2 square. The value of P1, P2, it is given as 2. So first, there is a formula. Find the partially elasticities EQ by EP1. Find the elasticity. Partial elasticity function, this you know already, that is minus P by X into dx by dp. This you studied already in the previous chapter, minus P by X into dx by dp. The same concept here you used in partial derivatives, that is minus P1 by Q into dou Q by dou P1. There you studied about minus P by X dx by dp. This is for total differentiation. For partial differentiation, same formula. There is no difference. Clear? So, same formula, I am using the symbol alone. Instead of total differentiation, I am using the partial derivatives. So, this is the formula for EQ by EP1. Then EQ by EP2 is minus P2 by Q into dou Q by dou P2. So these two formulae you have to memorize. You memorize. They will ask here in the question number 5. They are asked to find out straight away find EQ by EP1. So it will be very easy. The denominator will come to the numerator. Numerator comes to the denominator. Then differentiation of this reciprocal of the differentiation of these two. That way you can memorize. But they will not give if it is the question stands for only find the partial elasticities. You have to memorize these two formula. Better you memorize the formula. First, before you go to this one, first you have to find out dou P by dou P1. So dou Q by dou P1 0. Here only P1, there is no P1, that is 0. So answer is minus 2. This side dou Q by dou P2. So differentiate with respect to 0, 0, that is P2. Here P2 is there, P2 square. So you have to take the power as a multiplier, that is 6P2 minus 6P2. So here P2 value is given already in the book, that is 2. So you have to replace 6 of 2. So answer is minus 12. So here there is no P1. If it is P1, then you have to replace P1 by 2. But when I am differentiating partially with respect to P1, I did not get P1, I got directly answer. But whereas when I am differentiating the function Q with partially with respect to P2, I got 2P2, that is 6P2, so I am replacing P2 by the given value. Now next, after that we have to find out what is Q 13 minus 2. What is your P1? P1 2. What is your P2? That is also 2. So 13 minus 4. When you square this number 4, 12. So 13 minus 12, 1. That is, will get Q is equal to how much? Minus 3. Now I know all the values. Just you have to replace in the place of EQ1. EQ by EP1 is equal to, already wrote formula, no need to repeat the formula again. P1, what is P1 answer? Minus 2. What is Q answer? Minus 3. Into dou Q by dou P1. What is the answer for dou Q by dou P1? Minus 2. So, 3 minus, so minus of 4 by 3. Then EQ by EP2. What will be the answer? Same. Minus, what is your P2? 2. What is your dou Q by dou P2? Minus 12 into, what is your minus 12? Minus 12 by Q is minus 3. Again you have 3 minus, so it will go 4 times. So answer is 4 2s are 8, minus 8. Just you have to find out partially that EQ by EP1, dou Q by dou P1 and Q value, just substitute in this formula. Similarly, for EQ by EP2, find dou Q by dou P2, I got an answer. Substitute in the formula, you will get the required answers. This will carry 5 marks. We will check whether our answer is correct or wrong. If it is wrong, let me know where is the mistakes. Clear? So you will check. Minus 4 by 3, first answer is correct, next answer is minus 5. So both are correct. Clear? So very simple. Only thing you have to differentiate properly. The negative signs are so important. If you miss the minus sign, then you get wrong answer. That is the last problem of this exercise. We have concluded that this chapter also. So after that, I told you already, in the sum number 13 under exercise number 6.2, we made mistakes. I will explain that also. Now sum number 6, the last one of this exercise, 6 to 1, Q is equal to 80 minus P1 square plus 5P2 minus P1 P2. Boys, you study the question number 5 and 6, including that question number example number 6.3. So the formula, first you have to write down the formula EQ by EP1, that is minus P1 by Q into dou Q by dou P1. So what is the next formula? EQ by EP2, that is minus P2 by Q into dou Q by dou P2. So first you have to find out the differentiate partially the Q with respect to the price P1. Minus 2P1, that is 0. What about last one? P2. Here you see P1, P2 is there. So what is the value for P1, P2? P1 is given 2, P2 is given as 1. P1 is equal to 2, P2 is equal to 1. Just you have to substitute, that is 1. So answer is minus 5. Be careful the negative sign. Then you have to find out dou Q by dou P2, 0 minus 0, this is 5 minus P1. So plus 5, P1 is given 2. Answer is 3. Just you have to check 0, no P2, here 5 P2, that is 5. P1, P2, when you differentiate P2, P2 will become 1, so you will get only P1. Just you have to substitute, you will get the answer. Then finally you have to find what is Q. 80 minus P1, that is 4 plus 5, 2. I am straight away replacing the value of P1, P2 in the questions. 80 minus 85 minus 6. 85 minus 6 which will give you 79. So you have to substitute in this formula EQ by EP1 is equal to P1. What is P1? Minus 2. What is where Q? 79 into. What is dou Q by dou P1 answer? Minus 5. Simplify, you will get answer, that is 10 by 79. For this side, EQ by EP1 minus P2, that is minus 1. What is where Q? Q is 79 into dou Q by dou P2, 3. So answer is minus 3 by 79. So this is very simple formulas. 3 by 10 by 79 minus 3 by 78, it is correct. So now the question number, I told you already in that one exercise, that is exercise number 6.1, question number 13. You just question number 13. Just you have to see that dy by dx is equal to question number 13, exercise number 6.1. That is homework problem. Clear? So just you have to rectify that mistakes. That is 6.1, sum number 13, dy by dx, 3x square plus 20x minus 48. Clear? It is given twice, 2 times of x, that is 2x. 3x square plus 20x minus 48. Now you can transfer this 2x to the right hand side, you will get 3x square plus 18x minus 48 is equal to 0. This will by which table? 3 table. So x square plus 6x minus how many times? 1 time. 3 1 is 3, then 6. Clear? So minus 16 can be separated by 8 2s are 16, plus and minus. So x is equal to minus 8. X is equal to plus 2. So answer is plus 2. So you have to, when you see that video, please check this one. Clear? Rectify your mistakes. You will see that 7th chapter in the next class, boys. Thank you.